Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another finished pages video. I decided to do a mid-month October finished pages because I already have 30 some odd pages colored in this month, and it's only the 18th, so I think maybe breaking this down a little bit and doing a wrap-up video at the end of the month too, but also kind of getting into what I've done so far this month. So I have a couple of books, a handful of books picked out to show you guys what I've colored so far. There will be a couple books where there's going to be quite a few pages, and you know what books those are. But let's start with one of my favorite books, this tiny little, the Little Tiny Horrors, or the Tiny Little Horrors coloring book. And I did this little guy right here, a little pumpkin with his mice friend. Well, two, excuse me, yes. And then, keeping with the theme of the season, because I did a lot of seasonal stuff, I have this one called Through the Seasons, Valentina Harper. And for that one, I did this big pumpkin right here, and I did the flowers on the other side too, with the "Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower" quote. Speaking of flowers, we've got Year in Flowers. I like this book, A Year in Flowers. I'm trying to get through to get every month done in the month. I don't think I did September. But we're starting October, and I have the marigolds that I finished. And I do love the marigolds. And there's one more picture, which is more marigolds. So there's two pictures for every month. One that will have the name of the month and the flowers, and then another picture with more flowers. Alright, and next on the block is from Alice in Wonderland. This was for a hashtag on Instagram, and I colored the Mad Hatter. I like this book quite a bit. It's really fun. I'll have to go back through and do more in this book. This is a really good book, and I like Marty Noble's art quite a bit. And we're rocking with the theme now. We've got a million magical creatures, and we have this pretty girl that I finished this month so far. I really like this one. I'd love it if she did a book where it was all black background, because her black background stuff tends to look really good once you get it colored in. And it saves you having to do the background yourself. Alright, next is my favorite book of the year thus far, and my favorite book of the season, which is Sugar Moon Nights. And I did a couple pages in that one. I did this one, which is the cover of Fig in Flight. And I did this one, which I absolutely love. And that's Fig trick-or-treating for those treats that they love so much. I really do love this book. There'll be more done by the end of the month, I'm sure. Now we're getting into my project books. So this is one of the project books. This is a later finish book. This is one I'm not wanting to finish until at least my birthday, but it's still on the project list. So I did, hold on, I did a couple actually. I did this bright kitty cat. I loved how this turned out. This was really fun to do. I also have this heart page, which I did for Olga's Find in Color challenge. And I did a fish page. And this was for a hashtag on Instagram. Now we're getting into the two big guys. We'll go with Phantomorphia first. I don't know if you can see all of the tabs. I have 5 pages left to finish in this book, and then it will be done. And then once those 5 pages are done, I will be ordering his new book. But not until the 5 pages are done. That's my deal to myself. So I did finish the other title page so far. Give me a second to flip through these. Goodness, this is going to take a minute or two to figure out. I did, oops, sorry about that. I did this one with the gear, clock and gears. I also finished this. I finished this one yesterday. I love this one with the spider and all the fun stuff in the spider, but I really like how I did the colors of the spider. I also finished the incredibly fun and detailed filigree butterfly, which I'm sure some of you will notice right away. Some of you might not even notice, but I tried to mirror each side and I messed up on the top of like what gets colored in, so it will forever haunt me. I'm sure it's not a big deal, but it sucks. And I did this one because, of course, it's Halloween time. I love this one too. Love how this one came out. And then I did the owl. A lot of these I did with the challenge that I gave myself to use just 18 Polychromos pencils, 2 in each color set. And a lot of these turned out really good just using that. This one I thought was going to be harder than it was. It seemed complicated and difficult, and then I just started coloring the gemstones and it all just came together. And I was like, oh no, this is a very easy, beautiful picture. And then the last one I did was, I wanted a break from, you know, all of this insanity of these pages. So I said, well, this still counts as pages to be colored, so I colored all the little artifacts in the back of the book. So, yep, I did that. So that was Phantomorphia. Now we have the other behemoth, World of Flowers. Now, I did more than these so far. I've done more than 5, but I just chose 5 of ones I wanted to show you. There will be obviously a flip when this book is finished, which is 5 or 6 pages left in this one. So again, I'm almost to the end of this book. So first thing I did was I finally finished this busy page. I have one more of these left in the book to finish. I finished these 2 pages. And again, these 2 pages were done with the limited pencil palette. And I think I did okay. And trying to get to the thing, I did this other side of this 2-page spread. Again, this was the limited palette situation. I guess limited pencil. It's a limited palette because the palette was not limited, the pencils were. I did this guy. This one I actually did with some budget pencils that I got from BJ's that were like $5. I just wanted to see how they would lay down in the paper, and it works okay. Not the best. Some of the colors turned out better than others. And then last for this one is I did this page. Not super thrilled with the stained glass window, but I think it looks okay. I really love how my favorite thing is the mushrooms. I really like how the mushrooms came out. I think they look really pretty. So yeah, that is so far a good portion of the pages I've colored. Obviously there's more. There'll be more to show before the end of the month. I have a lot to do. I'm actually going to do a page in this book next. I'm going to work on my watercolors, so I'm going to film a video using my watercolor pencils, and that should be a lot of fun. I'm going to do, as a sneak peek, if you watch this first, well, it's a good thing I'm looking for this, right? I'm going to do this page. I've put this page off for a bit because the flowers are very oddly shaped, and I'm not sure what to do with those yet. So we're going to attack this with watercolor pencils and see what happens. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging around if you made it all the way to the end. If you liked the video, please, give it a thumbs up if you want. No big deal. You don't have to push any buttons. It was great having you here, and I'll see you in the next video.